On Thursday, the 26th of January 2023, the first 1.19.70 preview was released, that being 1.19.70.20, meaning that 1.19.60 should be released very soon. One of the highlights of this preview is it contains the very anticipated feature of being able to sneak under slabs, and of course, many bug fixes. So hello humans, I'm the Alien Doctor, but you can call me Alien, and let's get into this preview. But before we do that, one thing I would like to mention, and one thing the changelog also mentions, is that this preview does not contain armor trims for Bedrock Edition. Currently, the only way you can get armor trims is to load into the Java Edition snapshot and make sure you have the experimental data pack enabled, which is what I'm in right now to get these very fancy armor trims. Once they come to Bedrock though, you can be sure that I will cover them. But with that out of the way, let's start with the experimental features. So there have only been 2 bug fixes relating to any experimental features, which are a fix to do with the piglin head when it's in your inventory, and the players will now receive full damage when riding a camel. However, the good news about this is that it seems they have not fixed the bug where you don't get full damage when riding a horse. And moving out of the experimental features and onto the big thing everybody probably wants to see from this preview, which is the addition of the player's hitbox being reduced to 1.5 blocks tall when you are crouched. This means you are now able to crouch under slabs, but please bear in mind that there are some known issues with this feature that should hopefully be patched before it's released, and they have been highlighted in the changelog as well. Moving on to Parity now, bells that are connected to multiple blocks will no longer drop when only one of those blocks is broken, and breeding horses can now produce random variants once again. The next one is a bug fix, but it is also listed as a parity fix, but they have fixed the issue where dead players would stop alive players from being able to skip the night by sleeping in a bed. Let's just say that wouldn't happen with my one-player sleep. Download from TheAlienDoctor.com. If you enjoy these preview videos or other Bedrock Edition content, then I'd greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe today to join the Alien Empire, and maybe even like the video, as both of these things really do help me out and is completely free for you. Anyway, let's continue on with the preview video. The eating and drinking animation will now always be centered, regardless of the screen aspect ratio, which is something I always noticed was wrong before. And whilst we're on the topic of things I noticed, a very annoying bug has been fixed where previously, when the player is in water or gliding, often they wouldn't be able to mine the block directly in front of them, and instead it would make them mine the block directly above their crosshair. So that bug has now been patched, and in a similar fashion, items dropped while swimming or gliding will no longer spawn from above the player's position, and projectiles shot while swimming or gliding will also no longer do the same. Double clicking on a furnace output slot will also no longer drop the item, and observers have supposedly been fixed, where previously they were not detected any changes due to corrupted data. And speaking of something redstone related, hoppers can now pull in items from above them through old locks that have a lower height than a full block. Lastly, the Ocean Explorer, Woodland Explorer, and just normal treasure maps should now have the proper icon in the inventory. Thanks for watching, and an even bigger thank you to the supporters. Now whilst you're waiting for the next video, why not check out the one on screen now?